Okay, so I did a video on why we should hinge, how we should hinge, ways to sort of work on basic hinges. But let's talk about my top 5 best hinge exercises. So things to do in a gym to work on the hinge pattern, which primarily emphasizes hamstring glute. Awesome for athletes when it comes to speed, even more so than squats and deadlifts. Way more than squats and deadlifts. Except people hate hinging. Generally speaking, they're not good at it. You need to watch the other video to understand what a hinge and what a hinge is not before you attempt to do these exercises, unless you are great at hinging already. So, my top 5 hinge-based exercises. There's not much better than a kettlebell swing, okay, or the Russian swing. I did a video called Kettlebell Swing Variations for Cardio. I really suggest you look that video up, so Kettlebell Swing Variations for Cardio. I show a bunch of them in a bunch of different ways. I primarily use my kettlebell swings that way. I don't do them terribly heavy. I do them for cardio. I really like them for cardio, or I like them for a bit higher in the reps. Now what a Russian swing is a kettlebell that's way back here, finishes there, comes back. Again, a hinge is hips back, hips forward, with a knee softening, not a knee bending. That's a squat. So, hips back, hips forward, except with the kettlebell. I don't want to go into a huge, arduous explanation of what a Russian swing and how to do it properly. If you can't hinge well, you need to learn how to do that before you attempt Russian swing. I think what goes wrong in the Russian swing for the most part, people don't keep the weight in the heels the entire time. They don't push the knees out. They don't put any speed on the up and speed on the down. They can put speed one way but not the other. It's like they're stuck in one gear. And what it should look like is I've got a powerful snappy up, finishes with the hips, not with the back. So I'm gonna snap up. I'm also going to whip down. I want to use the elastic properties of these tight hamstrings to boom, hit the glutes. So, Russian swing. Finish there, okay? It doesn't matter what the weight is, okay? So that's 26 pounds, that's nothing. It's 40 pounds, it's still weight. The beauty of the heavier weight though, I don't have to emphasize the down so much because gravity does have that job for me. What I am going to emphasize on the heavier kettlebell is the up. Finish with the glutes, not your lower back. If a Russian swing hurts your back, you have to figure out why. Stop doing it until you figure out why. My next favorite variation of hinging is the purest of barbell hinges, which would be a Romanian deadlift. So with a Romanian deadlift, you can load a ton of weight, but you need to feel the movement. If you don't feel the movement, on a conventional deadlift, pick it up, put it back down. That's all that is. Sumo, pick it up, put it down. On a Romanian, feel it out. You're trying to tear your hamstrings apart. So, Romanian deadlift. Really close to the legs. What's going to go wrong is if this goes 1 inch away from your legs, it's all lower back. Drag it down your pants like you're trying to take your pants off and you're sticking your ass out. Finish with the glute, not with the lower back. Okay? So, butt back, butt back, butt back, butt back. Boom. What I like to use, and this is my personal cueing when I do this, tear my hamstring, tear my hamstring, tear my hamstring. Not literally, but I want to feel a big, strong stretch. Saying it like that gives me perfect timing. Tear my hamstring, tear my hamstring, tear my hamstring. By the time I get to that third one, that's my range of motion. It works well for me. Tear my hamstring, tear my hamstring. Oh, big time, tearing my hamstring. Boom. Okay? I don't mean tearing it, I just mean creating muscle damage. Kettlebell Sumo Deadlift. If a person, I usually start people with kettlebell sumo deadlifts when it comes to deadlifting. Although for a higher rep, or if you have, like I have a 130 pound kettlebell. If you have a heavy enough kettlebell, by all means, do kettlebell sumo deadlifts. What they're good work for is adductor, abductor. Inner groin, outside hips. That's really what the kettlebell sumo deadlift is great for, if it's heavy enough. It's in line with my ankles. Great adductor work or inner thigh work because I have to stretch that, which means I have to load it. If I stretch something on the way up, I'm going to close it, I'm going to work my inner thigh. Much better than this machine at the gym. Open, big sumo. Finish with the glute. Open, 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 open. What am I opening? I'm basically doing the abductor machine in one exercise. It's perfect. Squeeze your glute for everything you got. Open, 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 open. Squeeze. 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 I may be able to pick 400 pounds off the ground. 100-pound kettlebell will murder your glutes. The next one. I'm going to show you a Romanian deadlift just for a second. So a Romanian deadlift and a good morning are exactly the same exercise. Stay tuned for it. The only difference is barbell placement. What's happening in the hips is exactly the same. So, if a Romanian deadlift, right, and I just showed you that. If a Romanian deadlift is tear my hamstring, tear my hamstring, tear my hamstring. If I left everything else the same and put a bar on my back, it's now a good morning. Good mornings and Romanian deadlifts, exact same exercise. If you can't do a Romanian deadlift for some reason, and you can do a good morning, do it. The reason why I like the good morning, people say it emphasizes your lower back more. I don't think so. I think the reason they name that exercise is because you wake up and you go, it is not a good morning for my hamstrings. Fantastic hamstring exercise. So, let's say traditional good morning. When you feel more lower back than you do hamstring, get out of it. Get out of it. Because you're sliding from here and hip loading and into spinal loading, and you don't get very much before it turns into a problem. So, play with toes as well, a little bit. That is serious hamstring work. You still finish with the glute. You have to open your butt cheeks. Close them. Open, 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 close. Don't be surprised if you can't get out of bed the next morning, even if all you used was a barbell. Good mornings are absolutely ridiculous for stretching your hamstrings. The reason why I think they're part of my top 5 list is because most people have really tight hamstrings. So even an unloaded, like doweling, good morning, or waiter's bow, probably some of the best stuff you can do to actually improve your hamstring flexibility is doing it in an exercise. Now, come over here. If your gym is cool enough, they bought a safety squat bar. If not, go find a better gym. Being facetious, the SS Yolk Bar from Elite FTS, best barbell I own by far. Really love good mornings on this because the 60-pound weight of the barbell is already pushing your torso down. So because it's doing this, if I don't maintain thoracic tension as I shoot my hips back, I'm going to mess it up right from the get-go, but you're going to know that. I just love the SS Yolk for good mornings. Now, the reason for it too, is I have all these grip variations. It's a little bit more comfortable in the neck than a traditional barbell if that's what hurts. So it's still hips back, hips back, hips back. Boom. Okay? So I could hold the traditional barbell grip. On this bar, I could hold the camber. I could hold the yoke handles. What I actually like to do, as long as I've got it in the right spot and it's quite balanced, I'll slide down the side of the legs. Treat it like a dumbbell Romanian deadlift almost. I really feel that loading. If I get in trouble, it's still back, 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 back. Glutes to finish, never lower back. Okay? The last variation, and this is something I stole from Dan John, it's called the goat bag swing. Most ridiculous name of an exercise ever, not my fault. I love goat bag swings. I've been using for about a year now. The thing with the go back swing is I think I found a better way to work it for people that don't hinge very well. Go back swing works extremely well, but I'm going to improve it a little bit. Now what a go back swing is, okay? If this is a Russian swing, it's hips back, hips forward. What if I was going hips back, hips forward, but I took the kettlebell on my tummy? Most people will learn a swing, including the Russian swing, better that way. Because if I can master the go back swing, right? Boom, hips, hips back, squeeze, hips back. Then I could just drop the kettlebell and go into Russian swing. Go back swing is amazing for that reason. But what if I want to make it a little better? What I'm going to do is take a band. Okay, it doesn't matter, the tension. Stronger would obviously be a lot harder. I'm going to go on my pelvic bones, throw it around something that's about tailbone height. And I'm still going to perform a go back swing, but I'm going to perform it with a band around. So now I have something pulling me deeper that I even have to contract against. Because sometimes with the go back swing, the gravity of the bell, if my arms are tired, is going to burn that out. So, still light kettlebell. Against the belly button, I'm going to walk out. Now what that band is doing is forcing me backwards. I get even better loading in these hammies, and I need even more glute. I can't lean back, I would fall back, okay? So I'm forced, finish with the glute, hamstring, finish with the glute, hamstring, finish with the glute, hamstring. The other thing I find goes wrong in a go back swing is this. Stop messing with your neck. Put your chin down. If you know what a go back swing and you love it, try this variation.